Saturday, my people, what it do? Shit, so I finally did upload a video, but I put out a little post, and I was like, man, I've been waiting on stuff to come in. Don't have nothing to really do any videos about. So a couple people put out some suggestions of what to do. They want me to talk about the NBA situation. Like, I had it on my mind to kind of do something like that, but I don't know if y'all really want my opinion or whatever. But since y'all kind of said it, shit, I'm gonna get into it. Let me first show y'all this. Like, this is kind of how I supplement some of my sneakers sometimes. Like, sometimes do pictures and stuff and shit. So did that. I thought this came out pretty nice, so I painted that earlier. Anyways, basketball. So the trade deadline was today. Nothing huge really happened. A lot of people trying to get the cap room because they got a bunch of free agents in the off season, so everybody is trying to get their money up for them to get Kyrie, Kawhi, Durant, Boogie gonna be a free agent, Thompson. So they got a lot of people. Realistically, I don't think a lot of people are gonna go nowhere. I think a lot of people are gonna stay put. But as far as the Lakers situation, I'm in Louisiana. I have a bunch of Pelicans hats and stuff. Pelicans probably my third favorite team. Number one, the Lakers. Really, I don't like the Lakers. I like LeBron, but LeBron on the team, so Lakers my favorite team. Number two is like I think the Thunder. I like the Thunder. I like Russ, man. I like any guard that come and punch on somebody. I love that. So number three is the Pelicans. So that's two of my favorite teams, like arguing, bickering and shit. Really, Pelicans want to be petty. Me as a Pelicans fan or whatever, like, I know if Davis leaves, it's gonna be, the franchise gonna go down. But me, like, showing love for the brother, like, man, he been there his whole career and stuff. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening. And I noticed something about Anthony Davis, man. Anthony Davis, he a dog. He a cold ass player, but he's not somebody that can carry a franchise. He's somebody, he would be a strong number two. Like, if he would go to the Lakers and it would be Brian and then him, it would be scary. It would be scary. But it depends on who else they would be able to get. Because, man, if they would have made that trade, that was crazy. That was crazy. Like, as a Pelicans fan over there, I'm like, that could have been good. Like, I know the Lakers in them, it's basically the Lakers just going another squad. But I think they would have had more success in New Orleans. Check this out. Because I think if Ball could get away from his situation, get away from LA and them, and Walton don't like him. I noticed from high school. Man, in high school, I was cold. I was like a street ball legend. But when I got into the games, I didn't go up to my ability because I had a coach that didn't believe in me. Anytime I shoot the ball, or I would always be like kind of flashy. Anytime I do something flashy, he would yank me out of the game and stuff. So I never could show my potential. And I think Walton is kind of like that, because he put Ball in the game and then just take him right out. That took away from his confidence. And then he told Ball, from what his daddy said, he said, you don't have to score, you just play or whatever. That's why he's not aggressive. He took all his aggressiveness out of him, man. When you're a point guard, like, you don't have to score all the time. But for you to have the threat of scoring opens your game up. If you just standing out, you're not gonna make plays like that. If you break somebody down, you get in the lane, you disrupt the defense, get everybody moving around, that's whenever you make the plays. You go up, dish to McGee, yank it. Go up, kick it out to Pope, 3. Kick it out to Hart. But if you just stand at the top of the key, nothing ain't opening. Nothing ain't opening because people, basically, and then Ball, they know he can't shoot, so defense standing back. Defense like, okay, you ain't gonna do nothing. So I think it would be positive if he go there. and Ingram and Kuzma and stuff, I kind of would like one of them to stay, but they all stand. They all stand because the trade didn't go through. And for me to let me get to the point at hand. The trade as a whole. Why the trade didn't go through? LeBron James. If you watch The Shop, like he talk about like the NFL and stuff, and slave mentality and stuff, and talk about like young black entrepreneurs and trying to get leadership and everything. They don't want to hit it. They don't want to hit it. He has Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports is signing big athletes. They're getting too powerful. LeBron is getting too much influence. So they don't want that situation happening. So where LeBron got all that pull. At the end of the day, like NBA is a progressive franchise thing, a progressive situation. Like NFL straight slave mentality. Baseball really ain't got too many brothers. But in the NBA it's progressive, but they still they're gonna keep their foot down a little bit. Like they want you to get high. It's like the dope game. You can sell all kind of dope, but once you try to build in your community, we don't like that. We don't like that. So once LeBron was trying to build, and Anthony Davis was like, I want to take my future into my hands. Look, I don't want to be here. I'm trying to push to get there, and people know that. And then the Lakers, this big franchise and stuff. There's a lot of resentment across the league because a lot of things that they did when they got Shaq back in the days, when they got Gasol, and they was just stacking talent at a point. They had Rodman at a time. They got Karl Malone and Gary Payton and Glenn Rice and Mitch Richmond. They got a lot of people, man. They always would get people. So eventually, man, people in the league, they like, man, y'all be taking all our people just to go to these big markets, and then we stranded. So you see, whenever they did it with the Chris Paul trade, they nixed that. Like a lot of stuff, they kind of start locking down on. But Golden State, they getting everybody. They getting like the leftovers, or not the leftovers. They like people watching the Lakers like, we're not gonna give you all them people, and Golden State like, come here, Boogie, and just yanking them from under the rug. But the reason the trade didn't go through is because the NBA wanted to send a message to LeBron. You powerful, you ain't that powerful. You're not bigger than the game. That's why the trade didn't go down. It's not because of the package and stuff. They had an amazing package. Like, if I was a franchise, I'm like, you giving me the whole team and some picks? I think it would be successful. And New Orleans are trying to get Tatum. They're trying to get Tatum so bad. It's not in the cards they're going to get him. Because, you know what? I really don't think Kyrie going to stay. So if Kyrie leaves, they're not going to trade Tatum. So basically, Davis, he might still end up in LA, but it's going to be a year delay. Maybe. I'm curious about what's going to happen. Man, the game was on earlier. Lakers beat the Celtics. That was a cold-ass game. But I don't know what's going to happen in free agency, man. LeBron, he did his all-star picks and stuff. Did you notice the picks that he did do? He picked Durant first. Then he picked Kyrie Irving. Then he picked Kawhi. All people that's going to be free agents. Like, I noticed that, like, they left Harden on the bench and stuff, and big-ass people, because he was trying to send a message like, y'all are people that I would like on my squad. So, hopefully the Lakers get somebody, man. I don't want LeBron to waste his last years. I want him to get a ring or two more, man, because everybody would go to state. They tied him up in rings, man. I don't want Curry in their career with way more rings than LeBron. Is Curry better than LeBron? No. But it happens. Like, he got 3. 3 is amazing. But I would like to at least tie Kobe. At least have 5. But man, my camera might die and stuff. I don't want the video to be super, super long. But this is my Stephen A. Take on the trade situation and stuff, man. Like, I wish something bigger would have happened, but man, everybody is jockeying for free agency, man. Everybody trying to stack their people. And what does that mean for the playoff run? Like, the Sixers did pretty good, man, but like the Warriors probably gonna run through everybody again. Same shit every year, man. It's like the NFL. Man, fuck the NFL, man. New Orleans Saints. Holla at y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, be greatest and the most hated. Peace out.